Hey, Lindsay, how are you?
I'm feeling good today, Michelle. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah,
Happy to be
well,
recording.
yeah, Michelle, I do have a question because I know I have a sweet tooth.
Okay.
So what about you, Michelle? Do you have dessert after every meal?
No, not every meal, just sometimes. What about you?
Oh, really? Yeah, I can't help eating something sweet after meals. I just feel like I need it, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah, I feel like lately I've been having a lot of sweets. It's like, we're right now we're recording this right before Christmas, so
Oh,
there's sweets everywhere, right? Hot
they're
chocolate.
everywhere, everywhere,
Yeah, I know.
everywhere. It's
Yeah.
really, and yeah, a bite here, a bite there. And before you know it, you've had 3 donuts.
Yeah, it's true.
So today we're going to talk about how to say you are unable to stop yourself from doing something.
Yes.
This is going to be really fun. This key way is I can't help X,
Yes, yes. And of
right?
course, we have to give a nod to, well, Elvis had a song.
Yes.
I think the title of the song was I Can't Help Falling in Love with You, right?
Can't help falling in love. Yep.
Yeah, we can't
That's a
sing it
beautiful
on the
song.
show, but you could look it up on YouTube and you'll find it. Did you see the movie about Elvis, the recent one
I
that came
never
out?
did. Was it good?
Oh, it was good. Yeah, I would. It gives you a lot of historical background. I mean, he's such an important figure in
Yeah.
our musical history.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
watch it if you get a chance. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's good to know. All right, so I can't help something. This means you can't avoid it, you can't stop it. It almost feels like it's a little out of your control, even if
Yes.
it is in your control. But you kind of surrender to it, right?
Yeah, it's a very common chunk, a very common phrase that our listeners need to know here, right? They're going to hear it a lot, right?
Or sometimes you might just hear people say, "I can't help it." Right? I can't help it. Like in this little, we're going to do a little mini role play, Lindsay. So,
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
Michelle, you bought another bag.
I can't help it. I'm a shopaholic. Not true,
Is this
guys.
true about you?
No, not true. Not true. Not true.
No, this would be a bad affliction, right? To be a shopaholic,
Yes.
I think, not good.
Yes, exactly. So, but again, I just said I can't help it. It's basically saying there's nothing I can do. This is who I am, right?
Yeah, it's about self-control, right? This
Yes.
phrase, I
Yeah.
have no control. I have no self-control. I have to buy the bags when I see them.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. Or you could also use it like this. I love boba so much. Whenever I see a store, I have to get one. I can't help it.
Yes, I love it. Do you have any specific kind of food, Michelle, that is just your weakness? Like when you see it, you have to go
Oh.
into the shop and get it. You just can't help it.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I mean, French fries are a weakness of mine. What else can't I help? There are these cookies in this store that's not far from where I live. Oh, they're delicious. They're like it's their holiday season special, their December special, and it's like a chocolate peppermint cookie.
Ooh, yum.
Delicious.
Yeah.
So what about you?
Well, I think so for me, it's not so much that I'll go into a store and buy it. It's more like if I'm at an event and there's
Oh.
sweets out, if there's brownies or cookies, I will definitely have one almost all the time.
Yeah, it's so
I can't
hard.
help it.
Yeah. I can't help it. I can't help it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we also use it with that grammatical structure I touched on earlier. Can't help verb plus ing. So you wouldn't use this with an infinitive. You're using it verb ing. So again, like Elvis can't help falling in love with you.
Yes.
So here are some examples of that. Lindsay, you want to do the first one?
Yeah, I can't help laughing every time I see my friend make a funny face. So again, self-control. Like there are times when you just can't not laugh, right?
Have you ever, when you get the giggles, have you ever
Yeah.
been in an inappropriate situation? And
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We've talked about this on the show before. I
Yes.
think, Michelle. Yeah, it happens sometimes. It hasn't happened to me in a little while, but there are notable times, especially in school when I was a kid, and you just like it's bad, right? Because
It
you
is
shouldn't
really
be giggling
bad.
at that time, and then you
and
just can't control yourself.
you can't help it. You can't
Yeah.
help laughing. Or here's another one. I can't help worrying about my work problems at home. That's not good.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah. So what is something I'm trying to think of other things we can't help? So I mean, I guess I have some healthy habits too. Like I feel like if I go through a day and I haven't really done anything active, like even gone for a nice walk, like I don't feel good. So I can't help not moving every day, I guess.
Well, for
know,
me,
so lame.
I can't help going to sleep late. That's my, I've talked about that a lot on the show. I mean, I'm a night owl, and even when I think, sure, tonight is going to be the night. And even sometimes if I try and go to sleep earlier, then I can't sleep. So, I can't help it.
What about coffee? Do you feel like you're addicted to coffee? That's what for sure for me. I can't help drinking coffee every morning. I have to have my coffee.
Oh, I have to have it every morning too.
Okay.
I've been trying to cut back on a little bit with the afternoon, but still, like, it's hard.
There's something wrong. If a morning has happened and there's been no coffee, something's not right.
But has that ever happened to you where you don't even realize, like, you were busy, you were running out or something, and you like didn't finish your coffee, and then later you're like, whoa, how did that happen?
I know. It's just part of the morning. For me, it's more the ritual. It's just the making of the coffee, the smell. Yeah. Just having it by my desk. It's just the best.
Now I want a coffee.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Not on the microphone.
No.
All right, Michelle. So how does it sound to you when someone says they can't help it or they can't help doing something? Is this childish? Because we're talking about self-control. Is it whiny? Is it like, do you lose respect for them?
No, I mean, I think it depends what you're talking about. I mean, if you're just like, I can't help it about everything, right? I think that could sound a little bit whiny.
We need a little personal control, right? For some things. Yeah. But it's okay I think it's okay for people to have some weaknesses, right? We're not perfect beings here, right?
Yes, exactly. So I actually think it's a good connection topic because you're sharing something about who you are, you're self-aware, and maybe that person can agree with you or they have a similar situation. I don't think it necessarily sounds childish, but I think it could, depending on how you say it and what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, reserve it for the situations where you truly feel like you have no control and you want to share that, right? Like my dog, our listeners who have dogs are going to know this. He'll get what we call zoomies.
I remember you taught me that word,
zoomies, and he'll just run in circles, especially after he goes to the bathroom. He'll do this. I don't know why. He just gets really excited and he runs in circles and he sprints. So and I always say, like, just let him do it because he can't help it. He just has all this energy bubbling up. He has to get it out, right? He's a being too, He has to do what he has to do, right?
He's got to do it. You got to get those zoomies out.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, it's similar also with children. It's so funny how we always relate kids and dogs. But like, it's so hard sometimes because, I have a 3.5-year-old, well, more than that now. And, 3 is a tough age and I love her so much. And sometimes she just, it'll be a tantrum about something where you're like, what? But she can't help it. It's the age, it's, they don't have fully developed brains.
Totally. Yeah. You have to keep that in mind all the time. Right.
And it's hard. It's hard sometimes, but then you have to think, no, like she can't help it. She can't help it.
Yeah. She can't help it. And it's like, you want to be able to speak for her and be like, I know you can't help it. So, this is part of being human. Right. Or being an animal, a dog or something. So what are some other examples, Michelle?
Well, I mean, one other thing you might hear is I can't stop myself from.
Okay.
So for example, I can't stop myself from playing with my hair when I'm nervous.
Ah, yes. And this is where it could veer into, like, if you're in a job interview, that's something we probably want to work on, right? Certain habits we want to be aware of, right? Or I can't stop, right? I can't stop eating these chips. Sometimes you'll hear someone say, I can't stop, take them away, right?
Yes. Do you do that? I'm like,
take them away from me.
Hide these away from me.
Well, there are certain foods, I mean, that are just engineered to be, there's this thing that sometimes we buy and my father-in-law buys it. They're like these, I don't know, these little Triscuits that have like sugar and salt, and he calls them crack because they are like a drug. They, like, once you open that bag, you cannot not eat them. It's incredible.
Are they Triscuits? Are they like?
They're not. No, Triscuits are bad. They're just like a biscuit type thing, but more of a cracker. But then they have just the perfect engineered combination of salt and sweet. And I mean, the company Big Food does this on purpose. They know exactly what they're doing, right? This is science for them. They engineer it this way.
Yeah, that's how I am with like popcorn, salty stuff. I mean, we had my son's birthday party and we had it at our house. So we had all these leftovers. And it's terrible. Like, because I cannot have that in the house, because if I do, I will eat it. I can't stop myself.
Yeah. That's kind of my trick too, is we don't usually, on a normal basis, we don't really buy sweets. We don't have ice cream in the house. We don't really have too much stuff like that, because it's just too easy to go, especially in the evening, and go get some, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But you might also hear someone say something like, I can't resist, right? I can't resist a good reality TV show.
Right. Or I can't resist a girls' trip with my friends, right?
Or I can't resist drinking a second cup of coffee in the afternoon.
Yes, good. So are these all the same? All these alternatives that we've talked about versus I can't help? Any slight differences we need to know about?
I think the only thing I would say is I can't resist. It almost sounds to me more like a guilty pleasure, right? It's the others sound more to me like, oh, you can't control yourself. Yeah. But this one more sounds like it would be used for, like, I don't think I would say I can't resist playing with my hair when I'm nervous. I can't resist biting my nail, something like that.
So yeah.
It's more that one, I think. I mean, I can't stop myself. That can also be for guilty pleasure, but I think I can't resist is especially for like, oh, I can't resist a chocolate chip cookie.
So like an indulgence kind of thing.
Yes,
not so much a bad habit. Yeah. Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Very slight differences though, right?
Exactly. So here's a couple questions. Lindsay, can you resist an iced coffee on a hot day?
Some days I can't. Most of the time, iced coffee. So coffee for me is more like a ritual. I don't crave coffee. It's more of a habitual thing. I crave the habit. I crave satisfying the habit loop. You know, if you think about the brain, how it works with habits, I crave that. And I do enjoy the taste, but I don't, I'd be more likely to crave like an ice cream on a hot day. You know what I mean? Michelle, what about you? Can you can't you help doing what can't you help doing when you're traveling? What is something you can't help doing? Like, do you stop at gas stations and get junk food, that kind of thing?
No. I would say I can't help like if I'm on a really big trip, I can't help like constantly looking for souvenirs for my family to bring home. I get very nice. I get very, but I get nervous about it, and I want to find like the perfect thing. And then Dan's always like, "You see this, just get it, and then it's over with." And then I'm like, well, but maybe I'll find something, you know, and I can't help it.
Interesting. That's really nice and generous. That reminds me a lot of when I was living in Japan. They have a big tradition. I think the word is omiyage. Our listeners are gonna, if I'm getting that wrong, they'll have to let us know. There was a word for this. It's gift giving when you travel. So it was when I would go away for a weekend with my Japanese friends, we'd spend like half the last day of our trip finding gifts. And I was kind of like, wow, this is significantly different from American culture. Even just a ski weekend in the mountains, we would spend a good chunk of time finding the right gift to bring back for work. Really interesting. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So I tend to get a little nervous about that. And I want to find good stuff. So let's do a role play. Here we are friends, and we are in Chelsea Market in New York, one of my favorite places.
Yeah, that's a good place. All right, let's go there. Here we go.
Okay. Oh, wow. Look at this slice.
Oh, wow. I can't resist a good New York pizza.
Same. You know what? I love the dollar slices too. I can't help it.
They are so good. Also, I can't stop myself from nibbling on all the food whenever I come here.
Seriously. It's like how I am in Costco. I can't help trying all the samples.
The best. I totally agree. Pizza's another thing. It's hard when the smell just kind of carries across the street somewhere, you know? I mean,
that just happened to me yesterday. I ate lunch somewhere and then I walked out and this smell just hit me in the face from a pizza place. And I had just eaten lunch and then I'm thinking, oh my God.
So pizza's the worst. Pizza or a donut shop. You go into a donut shop, coffee shop, I guess. But pizza is the worst, I think. Yeah. Okay, so I said first, wow, I can't resist a good New York pizza. Yeah.
So we're kind of, I'm imagining we're in Chelsea Market. Maybe we're looking at kind of one of those gourmet, like a gourmet slice or something. And then I said, I love the dollar slices. I can't help it. So yeah, because in New York, they also have like really cheap ones, just like all around, like on the corner or whatever.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're pretty good too.
It's a big part of New York culture, living in New York, stopping in to get a slice, grab a slice is what they say. And sometimes people will eat it on the street, which is a big no-no in other cultures, I know, but it's okay in New York to eat on the street. It's just like part of the lifestyle, grabbing a slice, right? Yep. And then I said, they're so good. Also, I can't stop myself from nibbling on all the food. So maybe I'm talking about little samples or little things I might buy, right? Yeah.
And then I said, seriously, it's like how I am in Costco. I can't help trying all the samples. So guys, if you haven't been to Costco, they have samples all out and it's very exciting, and you can pretty much get a whole lunch there just by eating the samples.
It's true. We've done an episode on done an episode about Costco. I don't know if it was about samples, but we did something about
it was about the experience of Costco, I think.
So funny. So this is a very typical conversation, again, a connection moment, because I think when we reveal the things about ourselves that are not perfect, it leads to people kind of connecting with us more. Right. And this kind of comes back to connection, not perfection, but imperfections create connection in a way. Don't you think?
I like that. Yeah. Yes. I like that very much, Lindsay. I think that's true.
Yeah. Because no one's perfect. No one's perfect. No one's like a perfect model of health or lifestyle. Right. So just admit it. And then that's where the connection shows up.
Yes, that's true. So this is a very big connection episode as well. So guys, check out episode 2514. We did that. That was called A Foolproof Method to Express Yourself.
So good. And that kind of is the takeaway. This has been a true connection episode. Don't be afraid to talk about your weaknesses, the things you can't help doing, because that will open people up to you, right? It makes you more interesting, right?
Yeah, exactly. So really good stuff today, Lindsay. Thanks for talking about this with me, and I'll see you next time.
All right, Michelle, take care. Talk soon.
All right, bye.